students. So today we are going to discuss topic second order reactions. Second order reactions from chemical kinetics. Second order reactions. We are going to study second order reaction. We know that what is second order reaction? In which rate depends upon two concentration terms. Okay, only then the order will be 2. These concentration terms can be of same reactant or different reactants. That is the different thing. Rate will depend upon two concentration terms in second order reaction. So we are going to discuss this type of reactions. Basically, second order reactions are of two types in which both terms are same. Reaction involves only one reactant, like 2A is giving us products. So rate will depend upon concentration of A square, because it is second order reaction. So my rate is proportional to A square. Okay. So at time 0, if initially rate is A, I have taken A amount of capital A, my reactant. So this is my initial concentration. After some time T, X has been reacted. So remaining concentration of A will be A minus X. Okay. So this is concentration of A at time T. Now my rate will be proportional to, rate is proportional to A minus X square, because it is second order reaction. So this is differential form of rate law. I have to integrate it. So for integrating, I take X terms on one side and T terms on other side. We'll get A minus X square is equal to K dt. Okay. K is rate constant. So integrating, we know that x raised to power n dx, integration of x raised to power n dx is x raised to power n plus 1 upon n plus 1. Okay. So here instead of x we have A minus X. Its integration will be A minus X raised to power n plus 1. N is 2, minus 2. Okay. So minus 2 plus 1 upon minus 2 plus 1. This will be integration of this. But because we don't have x, simple x here, we have A minus X. So we have to take its derivative along with, and its derivative will be, A's derivative is 0 and X's derivative is 1. Okay. So this is integration on left side. On right side it is simply KT. Because K is constant, it will come out of the integration, and dd's integration is T. So and constant of integration. So on left hand side we get minus 1, these cancels out. So we get 1 upon A minus X, because power is minus 1. Okay. Is equal to KT plus C. Now we know that at time 0, when the reaction just starts, X is 0, because no of the reactant has been reacted. Okay. So at time 0, X is equal to 0. So putting these values, 1 upon A is equal to 0 plus C. So my C comes out to be 1 upon A. Okay. So integrated rate equation for second order reaction, KT will be equal to 1 upon A minus X minus 1 upon C, which is minus 1 upon A. Or I can write it as, what is A minus X? A minus X was concentration at time T. Okay. So I can write it as 1 upon Ct minus 1 upon A is my initial concentration, 1 upon C naught. So this is my integrated rate equation for second order reaction, in which there is only one reaction. We are taking only one reactant. Okay. One reactant, 2A. So this is rate law for second order reaction involving only one reactant. Okay. So next is our, if reaction is involving two different reactant, A plus B to give products. A plus B to give product. Okay. So here also two cases will arise. One case, if we take concentration, initial concentration of both reactants as a equal concentration, then we'll arrive at similar expression as we have derived earlier. But the case will be different if we take initial concentration of both reactants different, A and B. So we'll derive this case. Okay, we have taken A concentration of A and B concentration of B. This is at time is equal to 0. And when time is equal to T, A minus X, B minus X, because X amount has been reacted. Okay, so I'm going to derive rate law for this type of reaction. Now rate law will be dx upon dt is proportional to A minus X, B minus X. Okay, there is some proportionality constant, so I can write it as K minus X into B minus X, taking X terms on one side, 1 minus X, B minus X, K dt. Okay, so integrating, now we have to integrate this. And how can we integrate this? By partial differentiation, partial fraction method. In partial fraction, what we do is, I'm not going into detail, I'm not going to drive an expression, I'm simply telling you how to do this. Put, if you have two multiplication terms in denominator, put 1 is equal to 0. First of all, we'll put A minus X is equal to 0, and from here X will come out to be A. So we'll put this value of X in this equation. It will be, and we'll write this term which we have put equal to 0 as such, and the value of X which we have derived from here we'll put in second term, B minus A. Okay, this is method of partial fraction. Plus, now similar, we'll put this term is equal to 0. Now we'll put second term is equal to 0. X will come out to be B, and we'll put this value in this. We'll write B minus X as such, B minus X as such, and we'll put A minus B. Okay, so taking A minus B constant outside, we'll get 1 upon B minus X minus, because here B minus A, so minus 1 upon A minus X. So I'll write this term is equal to this for integrating. Now we can integrate it. So we will have dx, 1 upon A minus B is constant, it will come out of the differentiation. We'll get dx (1 upon B minus X minus 1 upon A minus X. So this is my left hand side. Okay, is equal to k dt. So we have to integrate this. So upon integrating 1 upon B minus X, 1 upon X integration is log X. We know that it's log X. So 1 upon B minus X integration will be log B minus X. But since we are having B minus X instead of X, so we have to take its derivative. Its derivative will be minus 1. So I'm writing here minus 1. Okay, minus, again A minus X derivative will integration will be log A minus X, and we have to take its derivative, so minus 1. It will be equal to kt plus c. If you have any problem, you can comment and or you can message me. Okay, so we arrive at 1 upon A minus B. This will be plus log A minus X. So I'll write it on numerator, minus log A minus log B is log A upon B. This is my kt plus c. Now we have to find c. We know that at time is equal to 0, how to find c? At time is equal to 0, x is equal to 0. So my c will be equal to log A upon B, 1 upon A minus B. Okay, so this equation, (1 upon A minus B log A minus X b minus x is equal to kt plus c. I will put value of c here, log a upon b. So this is my expression. Now I have to simply rearrange the terms. kt will be equal to 1 upon a minus b, ठीक है, log a minus x, b minus x minus log a b, ओके, और 1 upon a minus b log a minus log b log a upon log b upon a upon b, or I can write it as b upon into b upon a. Okay, so 1 upon a minus b log b a minus x a b minus x. Now this is my rate law for second order reaction involving two different reactants. Okay, now coming to examples of second order reaction. First is thermal decomposition of acetaldehyde. We'll take this example, thermal decomposition of acetaldehyde. Okay, so acetaldehyde basically CH3 CHO, it decomposes at 791 Kelvin to give methane plus carbon monoxide. Okay, so from occasion it seems to be first order reaction, but actually it is second order reaction. It has been experimentally found. So we can say that two molecules of acetaldehyde will simultaneously decompose to give two molecules of methane and two molecules of CO. Okay, so this is my chemical equation, balanced chemical equation. Now all of these three are gases in nature. My reactant as well as my products are gases in nature. Okay, so in case of gases we talk about pressure. Okay, so initially just try to understand, all these three are gases. So my total pressure will be equal to pressure of acetaldehyde plus pressure of methane plus pressure of carbon monoxide. This will be my total pressure. Okay, initially when time is 0, when no reaction has taken place, initially there is only acetaldehyde. So my initial pressure will be only because of acetaldehyde. So it is proportional to A, initial concentration of acetaldehyde. Pi is proportional to A. Okay, now after time t, X amount has been reacted. Okay, or P amount, P pressure, its pressure P will decrease. So acetaldehyde pressure will be Pi minus P, because P pressure has been converted into methane and CO, and pressure of methane will be P and CO will be P. So at time t, pressure will be, acetaldehyde pressure is Pi minus P because P amount has been reacted, plus P because P amount of methane has been formed, plus P, this is for CO. So at time t, this will be my pressure. Pt will be equal to this. Okay, or we can write it as Pi minus P. So P, my X is basically here P. Okay, so my X is proportional to, I have to delete something. So my X is proportional to P, which is proportional to P is equal to Pi minus Pt. Pi minus Pt. So this is my X, this is my A. I can find out A minus X. Okay, so A minus X will be Pi minus sorry, here plus. So my P will be equal to PT minus PI. Okay, so PI minus PT minus PI, so it will come out to be 2 PI minus PT. So now I know my A, I know my A minus X, I know my X. So we have to simply put these values in second law, which we have derived earlier. For second order reaction rate law was, okay, so we know X, we know A minus X. Putting these values, we get 1 upon T. X is, instead of X, we'll put PT minus PI. Instead of A, we'll put PI, and A minus X will put 2 PI minus PT. So this is my rate law for decomposition of acetaldehyde. Okay.